Today, Pakistani and Kashmiris have united, and we are united under the flag of peace. And we actually want peace to be like restored in Kashmir, because we can see that Kashmir at the moment is suffering, and we can see that day by day the situation in Kashmir is getting worse. A lot of Kashmiri youth have been arrested in these last few days, and we see that a lot of Kashmiri homes have been demolished by the Indian government, and a lot of Pakistani nationals who are married within Indian occupied Kashmir have been returned to Pakistan. I would like to let the world know this is a violation of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It's a violation of the United Nations Security Council, and at the same time it's a violation of the state subject rule as well. So India needs to empty Kashmir. India needs to let Kashmir go. And if you think about it, India has actually like accepted that Kashmir is not part of India, because if it was part of India, they had no need to have a checkpost every 10 minutes. They didn't need to have one soldier or 6 Kashmiris. They didn't need to have so many black laws imposed in India, and they didn't need to have all the army over there. So the reason is that they have accepted that Kashmiris will never be India, and they are not India today. They were not India yesterday, and they will never be India in the future. So everybody should unite, and we need to speak about the violations in Kashmir, and the same as we speak about the violations in Palestine, because Kashmir and Palestine have been suffering from 1948, and I call them the siblings of pain. So let's unite and talk about Kashmir and pass awareness and make sure that Kashmir gets free soon. This one very important point that I would like to actually talk about. The water India says threatens Pakistan with, that is going to make sure that the supply to Pakistan is not going to be given. India needs to remember that the water does not belong to India. The water belongs to Kashmir. The water belongs to Punjab. So it has no right on that water. And one more thing, India has a Ganga agreement with Bangladesh, which is ending next year. So how would India feel if Bangladesh does the same with India? And they actually say that we are going to stop your water, Ganga River, which is a very religious water for them. So India needs to consider the consequences, that if it can threaten Pakistan, Bangladesh can threaten India as well. And as we know that East and West Pakistan have united, so it's about time that India needs to think carefully before taking any step, because we can see that China stands with Pakistan, Azerbaijan, Turkey stands with Pakistan, and many of the Islamic countries are slowly coming towards Pakistan. But India is left alone, has been isolated. And one more thing that I would like to remind you, that India Out movements have been taking place in Maldives, have been taking place in Mauritius and in Bangladesh, which shows that none of the neighbor states consider India a friend, but they all know that this state is involved in border cross terrorism. So this needs to be considered, and India needs to be highlighted. And I would say that India needs to be sanctioned, and Hindutva should be banned in UK. So these things don't happen in UK, because recently we can see outside Pakistan a lot of attacks are taking place. Outside Pakistan High Commission in London, a lot of Hindutva attacks are taking place, and the only reason they are doing it, because they are showing the aggression which is linked with the Hindutva ideology.